Niagara Falls State Park, Niagara River, New York State. Welcome to another AZTEX Adventure. This is Jeff.
And I'm Lisa.
And we're traveling across the Niagara Falls River going into Niagara Falls. And as you can see, we're filming this video. We were filming it live, so the video's straight up and down because it's all Facebook Live, as you do. It's a hot day, and I got the camera turning toward us. I had to pull my glasses up, and I didn't realize that I actually turned the camera around to look at us for a while. So we're walking in between the shade and the bright. People are playing guitars. One guy didn't need to leave his day job, did he?
No.
That was bad. So I was walking along, I looked up and I said, oh, camera's pointed the wrong direction. So flipped it around, so now you kind of get a view of how we're walking. Now, Lisa and I aren't that fast, neither are the rest of these people. I'd sped it up to 1.5.
It's a long walk.
Yes, and you didn't want to have to take that long excruciating walk with it, so we sped it up. Slowed it down to here for a second to let you see the picture of where we had gotten to. So we're about halfway at this point, maybe a little bit further. So we sped it up again, and now we're walking to the next sign.
It's just hot and muggy.
Yes,
hot
it was.
and hot, muggy. It's awful.
Now we'd actually crossed over the river that ran into the American Falls and the Bridal Falls, and we're working our way over to the actual Horseshoe Falls, which is on the Canadian side. Now all this is on an island, and that island is a state park, so Niagara Falls State Park.
There it goes again.
Okay, so we were watching this video clean earlier, but now actually we're going to a blank screen, so we're just going to kind of narrate along the way and kind of make some funny comments. It's the only thing we can do at this point. Yeah, Lisa's disgusted because we were watching the video clean, and now it's not showing the video clean, and we're not getting to see the footage right now. But actually we're walking over to the Horseshoe Falls side at this point. And the only way we know where we're at, I'm looking at the video where we're coming down to. And we're walking down the...
that was the fun part.
Yeah, but we were walking down steps at this point.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And there was lots of kind of craziness going on. You know, different people doing different things, hopping off of rocks and stuff. And of course...
We're going to have to fix it. We're just going to fix it. People are not going to sit there and watch a black screen.
It's not going to be a black screen when they see it.
Oh, really?
No, they're just going to hear us talking about it. We saw a black screen. It'll render it fine.
It better.
Well, we want to stop and customize it and finish it. Anyway, so we got a black screen right now for some reason, and but hopefully you guys don't have a black screen when I finally finish. We're doing the editing of this thing, and the video card got overwhelmed or something. Or Microsoft's pushing us an update, so it always makes life interesting.
We may have to do this over again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't have to, but we're 3 minutes and 18 seconds into the video, and we're basically laughing at the fact that we're watching a screen that's black and having to narrate this thing. But
we don't know what you're seeing.
We know that we're watching a black screen where we were watching a live video before, and this thing is rendering. So it's indicating that you guys are actually watching it walk down by the Horseshoe Falls.
And I'm sure that by now we're at the falls and we're looking at the spray and the falls and the people and the boat.
And there's a little bitty boat at the bottom of the hill.
It's not little, but it looks that way.
It's huge. And there's boulders down at the bottom that are sunglasses. Oh, we got our video back.
Yay!
So now this is kind of what we were describing before, and you know it's kind of hilarious. So Lisa's now at the edge of the waterfall, and out at the rail. It took us a couple seconds to get in there, but down at the bottom, I'll take a picture of this, the boat and those boulders, and the boulders are bigger than houses, and they don't look that big because you're looking down them.
And in live, you can actually see the boat go right to the edge of the foam.
Right.
And it was, to me, it's like, ooh, that's a little close. But you couldn't see it on film.
Right. And I'm telling you, just where we were at right there, and this is just the overspray of the mist coming off. I had to wipe the camera off a few times while we were there, well, actually my phone, because That's what we were filming it on because we were Facebook Live. Because it just had a coating of water there, so if you just sit there all day long, it's like you're taking a mist shower.
Mm-hmm.
So which made it kind of nice because it was a warm day. What did you say? It was about 93, 94?
Yeah, and the humidity made it more like 100 and something.
It wasn't Texas hot. I mean, we weren't talking 106 degrees.
No, but it took a lot of your energy out because of the humidity.
So we were looking here and taking a look at the people, watching the people, and watching the falls. And I said, well, I better go up here and take a higher view of this. And Lisa said, hey, you need to take some still photos while you're here. I said, well, we'll take care of those, but let me walk up here and take a view from a little bit higher up. Because and then, of course, they went over to, we skipped a walk in between, so we're now walking back in the other direction, and I'm actually looking over the American Falls right here. I wanted people to kind of get a view of what it would be like without all the walk in between. And of course, Lisa sitting over there, she says, hey, we walked about a mile at that point, or a mile and a half, and she said, I'm going to take a break over here, so I'm going over to make sure she's okay. She's drinking some water. We stopped at the gift shop along the way because there's several of those.
That was amazing water. That was so nice and cold.
Yeah, they'd actually frozen and are put it in a deep freeze, right?
Yeah.
But the water wasn't frozen, but it was just about ready to freeze.
Yeah, it was a metal container, so it made it even colder. So
Right,
nice.
and of course we're looking at Nikola Tesla's board there, and people are sitting on his statue. And we're looking. This is on the opposite side, or on the island side of the American Falls. Again, the views are just spectacular. It was a little bit of a warm day. There's my beautiful bride waiting for me to get going again. So I said, let me take one more view over here, and we'll get out of here. So that started us on our trip back. So here we are walking back. You know, what we're doing is we're just enjoying the trip back over to the American Falls side of things.
Yeah, and we're again seeing nothing.
But what's happening here is we're walking back, and you stop on the side.
Yeah, I sit down on a bench,
Right.
and you go and you look at the.
I looked at the
sights.
river that goes into the Bridal Falls, and the reason why I did that, because in Superman the movie, there's a scene there that Lois basically jumps into the water and wants Superman to rescue her. Ask Clark Kent to see if he's really Superman. She was trying to figure it out. He doesn't let his secret identity out by using his laser vision to cut a log off and drops in the water, and she hurries back on the shore using a log. But later on, it's revealed in the show that he is indeed Superman. So Lois's character wasn't a complete idiot, you know.
Yeah.
So this is just us walking back, and of course I had to go back for Lisa because she says it's hot out here. And me, I'm always going. You can't slow me down. I'm walking. I walk a half mile one direction to walk in the half mile the other direction. So we're still walking and just enjoying the views at this point. And I told Lisa to stop over by the trolleys and let me walk the quarter mile or so down to the other falls, the other side of American View. And as you can see, it's a lot of walking.
It is a lot of walking. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't something that.
Yeah, but here's the American Falls from the other side. So here we are. I'm looking at the American Falls. Of course, you got the ones either proposing or honeymooning or just, you know, I guess it's a romantic place for a lot of people. I can understand. I mean, it's overwhelming, the beauty of the place. So here we are, and of course, everybody's got their phones out filming. I don't know if everybody puts their videos out for everybody to see, but we kind of do that because we enjoy that. So
The boat coming.
yeah, and if you look down over the edge here, I'm kind of showing you here that you can see the Canadian side, and you can see the people getting in the boats. And of course, you can just cross this bridge immediately to your left, or to our right here in this scene, and you'll find that you go around the Canadian side, you can actually come on the boat and just take the ride right into the falls.
Yeah, they're like right there.
Yeah.
Ours is further down, way further down.
Yeah.
It's probably a quarter of a mile.
So that's a nice adventure too. Of course, then I started, well, you know, we have a long trip ahead of us. We have to travel down to Kentucky the same day, so upper state New York down to Kentucky, and we've already been driving for several hours by this time, like 3 hours. And we decided we were going to stop in Columbus, Ohio. That's where we stopped at.
Did we?
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio. The next day, I think is what it was.
I don't know. They all run together after a while.
Well, I wrote it down, so
Okay.
yeah, we stopped in Columbus, Ohio. That's where we stopped at, and it was a nice trip. I don't think we stopped and took any pictures there because when we got there it was dark, and when we left there it was dark.
Mm-hmm.
So we got back on the road to go to the Ark exhibit the next day. So that'll be our next video. But while we're still here in Niagara Falls, I'm just showing you the way back, and you can see they're making new footpaths there, and it's kind of a nice area because there's a lot of people picnicking there too, because they actually cut off. I guess they'd had a lot of rain, so they had part of it sectioned off on the left-hand side where the hill was, like they're trying to regrow the grass because a lot of people were picnicking there.
And they were also saying, people were also saying that, oh, on the American side it's all run down, it's not very good at all. They're doing something to fix that because
it's beautiful there. I don't know how it's been in the past, but they're doing the island's beautiful, the area's beautiful. There's no trash, you know. And so these are some overview pictures of the falls in their entirety, so you get to see all of them. And this is kind of us saying goodbye to Niagara Falls. We're looking back at the gate that enters into the park. And believe it or not, right outside the park gates, the National Park gates, is the city of Niagara Falls. Of course, there's the Hard Rock Cafe there. We didn't go in the Hard Rock Cafe. We've been to enough of them. We weren't interested. We went to that gift shop that you see immediately to our right. We actually visited the other gift shop off to the left. But by this time, we're just ready to head back to the car. Been a nice warm day. And good memories. I'm glad we took the pictures and got to share them with you guys and girls. And anyway,
they have hotels right there, so you know if you want to stay.
Yeah, you want to go. There's a Hyatt right there.
It could take a couple of days or so if you really want to go through everything.
Yeah, I wish we'd had more time, but another AZTEX Adventure.